Hey, what's up everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here, and I'm just making a quick video because I've been getting a lot more questions as Sony cameras are becoming a lot more popular of how to find your shutter count. Now, as you see right here, I made a pretty popular video 2 years ago-ish about how to find your DSLR shutter count, but it mainly was towards the Canon and Nikon cameras, as Sony really wasn't big or really upcoming back then, so it didn't really work well. But a lot of technology has improved and there are a lot more other tools out there, but I found two that are pretty decently reliable now, and I'm going to show those to you now on how to easily find the shutter count on your Sony cameras, all depending if you're looking to buy or sell. You should know what it is. So I have two right here. One is shuttercount.com, and there are other ones out there, whatever, I forget what they're called, but they didn't work out at all with this. So I have one JPEG from my Sony a6000 and one of my ARW RAW files from my Sony a6000, so that way I could show you both. Now with this one, if you're looking to do your Sony, as you see, this is mainly geared towards the Nikon and Canon, unfortunately. The only one you can really use is your RAW file here in this mode, but it works out phenomenal. And this is when I first bought this camera for the most part. So I'm using this in Firefox so I can drag and drop, and the max size is 30 megabytes right here. This was a 24 mega, essentially the same as it came right off the sensor for the most part, since it's a raw file. So now this will say that there was no info found, but if you click OK to open up the EXIF info, you will actually come up with it as well. So you can actually go through and just look at all the metadata in here. You could see everything that you needed. You see that I shot this with the 30 millimeter lens that I reviewed, which I'll also link below if you want to check it out. But, all that aside, if you're looking through, you're like, I really don't know what I'm looking for. And you're really just looking for your image count. And as you see right here is what it will come out. So it was my 123 at the time. So I really didn't take a ton. Maybe I had less than 2,000 when I sold my camera. But if anything, obviously do the good old Control F, type in image, and then obviously you can, jump around through that way. Simple as done, easy as that. Use the RAW file for that. The JPEG will load and show you some EXIF data, but that option will not be there. Now, the one I found a little bit more reliable is the Sony Alpha shutter count. As I said, it's definitely more reliable, and it says you can use both. So let's check both out to see, which one we can use. So I have on the desktop right here a Run for the Dreams from the Sony a6000. So I actually just had a fail with the JPEG. It was working the other day, so I'm not sure if something happened. But let's try that same RAW file at least, so that way if you have one of the Sony cameras, you can take a raw photo. I don't know why the JPEG's not working. It just was. But let's try one of the ARW files right now. It's loading. I hit do it, and now this should be automatically calculating it, and it will pop you to the next screen when it is ready to go. Actually, I don't think I clicked it. It only took like another 30 or so seconds because it is a little bit bigger file, but it automatically does it up. And once again, it matches what the other one said on the shuttercount.com website of it being 123. But once again, I still had trouble with the JPEG for some reason, but with the raw file, I am definitely getting that. Now, I don't know, maybe if that's just my connection or something with it, but at least you can at least find it out right now. You can just set your camera to RAW, take a random photo, it doesn't want to matter, and shoot it through either of these websites. I like this website better because the Shuttercount website, because you get a ton more EXIF data. So I definitely recommend that. But if you want something a little more quick and easy, it did take a little bit to load. You can check out this as well. So there you go. Two quick options. I don't know why the JPEGs weren't working, so maybe that's a flaw of it, but you can definitely 100%, as you saw, check out through the RAW file of the Sony. So there you go. If you can't use the other option here, which I have in this video, which I will link obviously below as well, then here is how you can find your Sony shutter count. So don't worry anymore. It's very simple. There you go. Hopefully this helps you out.